My name is Camelia Schinner. I am the sanctuary manager at Rancho Compasión. Our dream at Rancho Compasión, I would say, is to help shift perceptions about what food animals really are, or who they are.
Our dream is really to promote a message of compassion towards animals and humans, and ultimately to, we would love it if we could end factory farming.
Factory farming is the system of rearing livestock where animals, including poultry, cattle, and pigs, are confined indoors under strictly controlled conditions. The factory farm industry produced over $195 billion in 2022 in the U.S. economy, designed to maximize profits and minimize costs. Although the factory farm industry provides animal products at a substantially lower price than those at organic farms, the true cost can be measured in the animal's suffering.
Chickens, in particular, they spend the first 2 years of their lives in either battery cages, which are these tiny cages about this big. They cram, a handful of chickens in there, and that's where they spend the first 2 years of their lives completely in the dark in these huge warehouses. None of these individuals have access to sunlight, to dirt, to the outdoors, and they are in their feces constantly. They're surrounded by their other friends' dead bodies.
There really is no version of it that is happy and kind.
I personally think it is shocking that we've gotten this far. And I think if factory farming had glass walls, we wouldn't have factory farming. When we cage them and eat them, we take away their natural life and we hurt them.
They're no different than us. I think we tend to have this human exceptionalism or this human superiority complex, and it's a very dangerous road to go down. We're really not above any of these animals.
Rancho Compasión, Marin's only farm animal sanctuary, is a safe haven for farm animals rescued from the harsh realities of factory farms or situations of neglect. Miyoko Schinner, along with her daughter Camelia, work side by side in caring for their 80 farmed animals, nurturing and rehabilitating the numerous species under their care.
Some days I wake the residents up for breakfast and then give them their medication. The goats, the sheep, the cows, the donkeys, they get hay, and then the pigs get special pig food. And then the chickens get their special mash, which they love. And then we do chores. So our chore volunteers come around 10:30, and they do janitorial services. And then, throughout the day we're working on projects. It might be doing health checks for the residents. And then depending on the day, I might put the residents to bed. Our volunteers also come and help with the breakfast and the bedtime shift, and then we have a lot of volunteers that help with the chore shift. We also have our staff that take care of a lot of the on-the-ground work.
In the pursuit of caring and advocating for animal rights at Rancho Compasión and nearby sanctuaries, notable injustices arise as farmed animals are denied the same rights provided to cats and dogs.
Farm animals do not receive nearly the same protections that dogs and cats do. They're excluded from most of these animal rights and animal welfare laws in the country.
There are issues that we run into with the vets. The vets will refuse certain operations because they're seen as food animals.
Farmed animals are largely exempted from anti-cruelty laws, and so they don't receive the protections that cats and dogs do. I would make the case that farmed animals should have the same moral rights that cats and dogs do. They have rich emotional lives, they have connections with their families, they feel pleasure, they feel pain, all of the things that we think matter.
Despite Rancho Compasión and other sanctuaries battling these obstacles to provide care for their animals, change is needed from both activists and legislation to ensure the welfare of farmed animals on a national level.
There's as many animals being slaughtered a year on this planet as are stars in our galaxy, on kind of the low estimates. That is such a tremendous amount of pain around the planet.
I would say our dream is to allow people to imagine a more compassionate world, and then to be able to take action on that, to be able to actually take steps to being a more compassionate individual and to care about our planet, the inhabitants of this planet, and to directly shape our future.
There's a strong movement of animal rights activists who are starting to make connections and alliances with environmentalists, with civil rights advocates, with labor rights activists, and really trying to show that the scourge of factory farming is something that affects all of us. And so that gives me some reason for hope.
We're actually giving them the same rights to exist on this planet as human beings, and have a respect for them in the same way that we respect all life.